I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
The flashes were blinding. The screams of fans echoed down the long stretch of red carpet, each yell carrying the name of a celebrity they hoped would turn their way. Paparazzi were shoulder to shoulder, their cameras clicking non-stop like machine guns firing in unison. The night was already alive, but the second Teyana Taylor stepped out of that sleek black car, everything shifted. She wasn't just walking, she was floating. That gown, deep crimson silk that hugged her every curve, shimmered under the lights like it had been made for the night itself. Her hair was sculpted into an elegant wave, the kind of style that made you wonder how many hours it took and how it somehow still looked effortless. The crowd gasped the moment they saw her, but the real shock came seconds later. Because stepping out right behind her was Aaron Pierre, not in the background, not keeping his distance like just a friend. No, he was there, at her side. He adjusted his jacket like he owned the moment, and without hesitation, placed his hand gently on the small of her back. Cameras started firing even faster. You could almost hear the pitch of the shutters go higher. It was the pairing nobody expected to see together at this event. The way Aaron looked at her was different. This wasn't the polite smile of a co-star or the casual nod of a friend. His gaze followed her every movement, like the rest of the world had faded into silence. They walked together, shoulders brushing, exchanging little glances that didn't need words. The air was already buzzing, and then, without warning, it happened. Aaron leaned in. At first, it seemed like a whisper. He said something against her ear that made her laugh, a soft, real laugh that wrinkled the corners of her eyes. But instead of pulling back, he let his lips brush against hers. And just like that, they kissed. On the red carpet, in front of the world. The gasp from the crowd was so loud it actually overpowered the sound of camera clicks for a split second. It wasn't a long kiss, just a few seconds, but it was enough. Enough to set off a chain reaction that nobody could stop now. Because just a few feet away stood Iman Shumpert. At first, maybe people thought they were imagining it. That it was someone who just looked like him. But no, it was him. And his face told the entire story. His arms were crossed so tight, it was a wonder his watch didn't snap off. His jaw was locked, the muscles in his cheek pulsing. His eyes were fixed on them, not blinking, not looking away. That wasn't just surprise. That was something deeper, something heavier. And for a second, it felt like the entire red carpet froze in that tension. Aaron finally pulled back from the kiss, still smiling at Teyana, still with his hand on her waist like nothing had just exploded in the background. Teyana gave a small, almost shy smile, but it wasn't the kind of shy that came from being embarrassed. It was the kind that said, yeah, we did that. And I'm not taking it back. Iman didn't move, didn't clap, didn't even fake a smile for the cameras. He just turned his head slightly, muttered something to the person next to him, and started walking toward the entrance. But not before every single camera caught that exact look on his face. A look people would later slow down frame by frame to dissect online. And within minutes, the internet had it. Clips of the kiss started flooding Instagram, TikTok, X. Everywhere you looked, someone had an angle. Some videos focused on Aaron and Teyana, with captions like, "New couple energy," and "They're done hiding it." Others zoomed straight in on Iman's expression, slowed down to half speed with dramatic music added for effect. One viral post simply read, "A picture is worth 1,000 words. Iman's face? Worth a million." But the internet didn't stop there. Screenshots of Iman from before the kiss were popping up too, the ones where he was still watching from a distance, jaw set like he already knew something was coming. And then the debate started. Some fans were all in for Teyana and Aaron, calling it a power move and saying she deserved to be happy after everything she'd been through. "Sis looks glowing," one tweet read. Another said, "She's living her best life." Iman fumbled and Aaron picked up the ball. But the other side was just as loud. "This is disrespectful," someone posted. "You don't kiss your new man in front of your ex like that, especially when you have kids together." Another wrote, "This ain't cute. It's messy." As the posts piled up, so did the insider whispers. According to someone close to Iman, he had no idea Teyana and Aaron were going to arrive together, let alone pull something like this. He was blindsided, the source claimed. He thought they were still keeping it low-key for the sake of the kids. That kiss? That wasn't just PDA. That was a message. But people close to Teyana told a different story. "She's done hiding," one friend said. "She's tired of worrying about how Iman feels. This is her life. And Aaron's been telling her, if you're happy, own it." Somewhere between those two narratives was the truth, and that truth was making the rounds faster than anyone could control. By the next morning, the kiss had become headline news. Entertainment blogs ran with titles like "Teyana's new flame steals the show" and "Pierre claims his spot beside Teyana," in front of Iman. Meanwhile, YouTube channels were already uploading hour-long breakdowns with freeze frames, zoom-ins, and commentary dissecting every movement, every smile, every flicker of eye contact. Even celebrities started chiming in. A well-known R&B singer posted on her Instagram story, "When you see it, you can't unsee it." A popular comedian wrote, "Aaron Pierre, 1 Iman Shumpert, 0. But it wasn't all jokes. Late that night, Iman finally posted something to his Instagram story. Just a black screen, no picture, no video. Only words, loud moves, quiet consequences. Aaron, on the other hand, doubled down. He posted one of the red carpet photos, the one where he's holding Teyana by the waist, both of them mid-laugh, with the caption, "No more hiding." Teyana? She stayed silent. No posts. No comments. No statements. But her stylist? Oh, they couldn't resist. They uploaded a behind-the-scenes clip of Teyana and Aaron in the dressing room before the event, laughing and dancing to a song together while Aaron adjusted her necklace. For fans, that was enough confirmation. But for Iman, it might have been the final straw. Because word was, behind the scenes, he wasn't just upset. He was furious. Not just about the kiss itself, but about the timing. Friends claimed he still thought there was a window for reconciliation. That maybe, down the line, they'd find their way back. But that kiss, in public in front of him, it slammed that window shut. And as one source put it, when you humiliate someone in public, the reaction you get is never predictable. People either walk away or they come back swinging. The question now was, which one would Iman choose? And with the internet still ablaze, one thing was clear, this red carpet moment wasn't over. Not by a long shot. But the thing about a moment like this is that it never stays just a moment. By the next morning, the kiss had already been slowed down, reversed, remixed, and set to every trending audio on TikTok. People were analyzing Teyana's body language like it was a criminal investigation. Some swore they saw her glance toward Iman right after the kiss, almost like she wanted to see if he was watching. Others said that smirk she gave Aaron wasn't just about the romance, it was about control. Clips of Iman's face had been turned into GIFs, memes, and reaction videos. One viral post showed his expression with a caption, "When the group project you started suddenly has a new leader." Another joked, "You can't spell awkward without Iman." But underneath the humor, there was an undercurrent of something sharper. People knew this wasn't just entertainment. This was real, raw, and personal. Behind closed doors, the tension was spilling into their shared circles. One mutual friend admitted to an online blog that they'd already gotten messages from both sides asking where their loyalty stood. "You can't win in a situation like this," they said. "If you talk to Iman, Teyana's people think you're against her. If you post a heart emoji under Teyana's photo, Iman's camp takes it as betrayal. It's messy in a way the public doesn't even see yet." And then came the whispers of what happened after the red carpet. According to an unconfirmed report from a staff member at the afterparty, Iman and Teyana ended up in the same VIP area at one point during the night. The atmosphere was icy. They didn't speak. Iman allegedly kept his back turned, engaging in conversation with other guests while Teyana stayed close to Aaron. But here's the kicker. One person claimed they saw Iman's security subtly reposition themselves whenever Aaron got too close. Like they were making sure he didn't get within a certain range, the witness said. It wasn't aggressive, but it was definitely intentional. Meanwhile, Aaron seemed unbothered by any of it. He was spotted laughing with a group of actors, occasionally glancing toward Teyana with that same soft look from the carpet. If he noticed the tension, he didn't show it. The next day, a new twist dropped. Screenshots began circulating of a private group chat where someone close to Iman allegedly wrote, "He's done playing nice. That's all I'm gonna say." Whether the messages were real or fabricated, they added fuel to an already raging fire. Fans began speculating about interviews, diss tracks, or even legal drama. And still, Teyana said nothing. Some saw her silence as classy, refusing to feed the circus. Others saw it as calculated, letting the speculation do the work for her. But everyone agreed on one thing. Whatever move comes next, it's going to be big. Because this wasn't just a kiss. This was the opening shot in what could become a very public war. And judging by the way all three of them have been moving, nobody's planning to back down anytime soon.